Hey everybody, this is Eric Clark's Travel Videos, and today I'm going to go to Ephesus. And so I hope to show you every single sign I can show you in Ephesus and every part of Ephesus and as much of the library as possible. It's an amazing place and I will take you along. I'm going to take the bus, so it's not a tour, and so it should be an interesting event. But come along and I'll show you the way. Bye everybody. All right everybody, I just got on a bus for Ephesus. It costs 9 lira, so it's like $1.10. So I'm heading to Ephesus. Bye bye. So I just got off the bus and it doesn't take you all the way to the entrance. You have to walk the next mile and a half, I guess. And so that's what I'm doing. I guess I'm walking this way, so we'll see how this goes. It's always a learning experience, you know what I mean? I guess we'll find out soon enough. Bye everybody. All right, there's some ruins, I guess. Grotto of the Seven Sleepers. And then this says Ephesus. So I guess I go this way. Did I mention it's always an adventure? Bye bye everybody. Well, that wasn't too bad. It's about a mile. And this takes you to the bottom of Ephesus. So I've been to Ephesus before, a couple, 3 times, and so this is the bottom. If you go in the main entrance, it's up at the top. This is gonna make me have to walk up the hill, but I don't care. It was $1.10. You can't beat that. And then I'm gonna see about buying a ticket that'll work for like a couple of weeks so I can come back as many times as I want to. And you can kind of see over on the left side over there, the Colosseum, and I'll try not to wiggle here, but that's hard. Anyway, this is the bottom of Ephesus. See you guys later. So this is the bottom, and this is where you get your ticket at. Good morning.
Sorry for disturbing. Would you like to have a guided invitation?
No, I'm okay. Thank you.
Okay, enjoy yourself.
And here's where you get the tickets, and it opens at 9. And there's the prices. All right, so I'm gonna videotape backwards, coming in the exit. And this is the city of Ephesus. Pause as you need to, there's a lot of these, so I'm gonna move on. And again, pause. It used to be to the sea. Now the sea is like 10, 12, 50, 20 miles away. That's a ways. And this is where I'm at. You can see the Colosseum is right over there. So I'm gonna walk up this way. Actually, it's this way, I think, and then go to the city. And again, pause as needed. And let's see here. So I'm coming in the Colosseum way. So 23 is the Temple of Artemis. And here's the Colosseum. Here are the things that are here. All right. Colosseum. Can you see the people climbing the stairs right there? It shows you how big this thing is. Enormous. What's this one? This one is... So I am here. It looks like directly right there is this thing, and then it looks like if I take this road, so the Church of Mary is that way, and the library is that way, and the upper gate is that way. Cats here too. Theater gymnasium. Can you read that? $12,000 meters squared. I wonder how big that is in square footage. So this is the gymnasium. I think this part here is the gymnasium, and the theater is up over that way. So this is the gymnasium, or where the gymnasium used to be. Let's go climb the theater, shall we? I wonder if it's closed because it looks like they're working on it. No, there's people climbing those stairs. So. Amazing. So Ephesus is one of the biggest churches of the 7 churches. I think Pergamon was pretty big too. The Arcadian, 500 meters long, 11 meters wide, was the most important connection between the harbor and the great theater. The appearance of the street derives from the rebuilding during the 395 AD. Huh. So that's what it used to look like way back when. And what we're looking at is the theater's right behind me, is all this. And so there's stuff back over here too. And it looks like you can't get there from here. It looks like for some reason it's roped off and there's a fire burning. All right. No entry. I wonder why they won't let you enter here. Let's go over here and at least look at this sign. The harbor to Ephesus. Huh. So here's what this looked like. Here's the Colosseum. Colosseum, damn it. The theater. Here's the walkway I'm on. And this used to be the structure next to it. And this would be the harbor. So this is how close the ocean used to come. That's pretty amazing, huh? I mean, look at how cool that theater used to look. That's pretty amazing too. Huh. But you can't get in here. Wow. Pretty neat stuff. Well, should we climb the theater? I'm gonna take some pictures. I'll take pictures when I come back. Fast as you need to, zoom as you need to. Here's the theater. I think that's pretty amazing. Into the ocean, where what used to be the ocean. Doesn't say how many people it sat at one time. The 3rd century BC. Can you not get inside, I guess? You can, okay, good. Phew. Look how huge it is. Crazy huge. It looks like a kitty cat guards the door. Wow. Are you a friendly kitty? Wow. Okay, okay. Hi, kitty, kitty. Wow. Americans. So this is where the acting would be done. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Arizona.
Oh yeah, good to see you again.
Again, you guys are Ohio, right? How was the top of the hill? Scary?
Nice. We went up.
Oh, that hill yesterday.
Yeah.
We actually walked down through the city.
I walked up through the city.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty scary. I got to the top and none of them had masks on. It was kind of felt gangsterish, kind of weird. It was, yeah, it was a little strange. So, hey, be safe, guys. Yep, we made it. And these are the stairs. And more kitties. I guess I'll go up as high as they'll let me go. All right, my mask is getting wet. Well, you get your workout, don't you? So it's higher than this even, but this gives you an idea of what we're looking at. We're about halfway. How's that for amazing? They're redoing the seats. Crazy. And they'd fill some of this section up with water and do ships and reenactments and those kind of things too. Wow. Just fantastic. And that used to be the ocean right over there, which is pretty amazing in and of itself. That it's silted up all this way to get to where it is now, which is Kusadasi. All right, I'm gonna sit and relax a minute. Bye, everybody. So I wanted to point out too the tunnels that they had, the entrance tunnels. So you can see right here, there's a tunnel here, and there's another tunnel here. So depending on what class you were in, like this tunnel probably came up to this section here, and that tunnel went up to the upper section. So the rich people probably sat really close up front. And then they had the tunnels over there as well, and the one over there is missing. But you can imagine they'd come in and fill up these sections here behind me, which look like they're in really good shape. And it looks like it used to go up even higher because there's still stuff up there. You see the ruins up on top up there? So maybe it was, you know, either covering or maybe another walkway or something, because it goes all the way up there too. And it looks like there's a tunnel up there in that X, so they could get to where they were going. Because you have to imagine, I think this city was like 250,000 people at its heyday. And I bet this thing held 50,000, maybe. Amazing, though. Could you imagine watching a show here? When I was here before, I know I came in that tunnel over there in the corner, and you could actually get on the stage and you could talk and they would hear you way up here. 'Cause I remember crawling all over this thing. So, very neat stuff. Bye, everybody. All right, well, that's the Colosseum. And we talked about those tunnels. Look how big that tunnel is up there. I mean, it's just huge. So I would think that the second and third rate citizens would go this way instead of going in the main entrance. Wow. Can you imagine building this stuff? I mean, 3 BC? crazy. Wow. I might as well go up the stairs, huh? Wow. Wow. It really is enormous. I mean, it goes way, way, way down that way. And then it goes way this way too. Imagine what this area used to look like. I mean, you can see these pillars. They obviously were holding up roofs. And you can see the library, which is like the main attraction. It's just simply incredible. I'll just let you take it in too. Was this just all filled with shops? Look at all the pillars on the ground right here. So this whole area used to be lined with pillars and roofs, and I bet all of these things along the side, you see these things here? Every one of those is probably a shop of some kind. Whether a food mart or a bakery or leather or rugs or carpets or what have you. And I bet the same thing on that side too. Maybe the main market square. You know, it's just kind of fun to dream about it, you know? Wow. And there's hardly anybody around. Crazy. Well, we'll get to this. I'm gonna take some more pictures. I'll let you just absorb that for a little bit more too. Sorry about that wind. Alright, we're back on the main road. And this one has pillars too, so you have to imagine that this was all covered as well. And again, I bet these were all shops along this side road right here. Because see how they have the little holes in the thing? That's where they'd stick wood just to make shelves or roofs or coverings or an awning or beds, or maybe it was, you know, the shop on the bottom and your house up on top. You know, I'm sure they didn't have big ones, but it's what you could afford. And look at, they're all on the same kind of level. See this? So it was probably, yeah, I bet those were roofs, and I bet this was lower at one point. Maybe you walked in, maybe this was built to keep it from flooding. And there's the golden gem right there. See it? Man, it's spectacular. I can't wait. Okay, here we go. Getting excited. So this whole place was a big covered walkway. A magnificent city. Ah, it's nice to have trash cans. Look at that wall right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 sets of holes in that wall. Do you see the wall here I'm talking about? You see the holes in them? So that had to have been at least a, man, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 story something or another. And again, more shops or maybe more homes. Wow. Spectacular. Just amazing. Wow. 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 I'm gonna take a picture. Let's go inside.
Burada hepimizin fotoğrafı olsun. Ezgi'ye sarıl. Ezgi'ye sarıl. Çekeceğim. Nerede senleri?
Imagine what this list looked like in its heyday. Just crazy. I mean, look at the work of some of those stones. Obviously those used to be floors. So maybe another floor right there. Or maybe that was the floor and these are windows to it. I don't know. Spectacular. The statue's amazing too. I get a picture of this sign for you. Maybe it'll give us some idea what it says. This library.
Neyse dönüşte oturmayacak mısın? Ayakta mı yaptın?
Here's what the interior room used to look like.
Kalkıp şöyle oturayım. Boz çalıyorlar. Efsane değil mi?
This is what it looked like when they found it after excavation. So they had to dig all this out first, and that's what it looked like. And they put it back together. Let me get up these stairs here. And the door. Look at the engraving work on that. Wow. All the columns are marbles. 3000 BC. Or 3 BC. Is that 3000 BC? Here's what it looks like on the inside. And all of this would have been covered with marble and I've gone back there before, one time when I was here, and it goes all the way around this whole thing, and it comes out over there. Let me see if I can get some of this stuff for you here. Let's see, where's the English part of this? I guess there's not a lot of English parts to this. Let me see if this one has the church. No. Huh. It's really too bad that maybe one of these eventually will be English. No, you're fine. Thank you. Thank you. No, tu keşile. Thank you. Hey, something in English. The library is built into a narrow gap between the It's the outside that makes the and again, you know, it's amazing. Just amazing.
Yüzüne güneş vuruyorsa gölgede değilsindir. Öyle gölgelerin işte. Aynen gölgede değil, diğerleri güneşler tam şeyiz.
There's more buildings over here. Amazing. I'm going to take some pictures. So up on these upper layers you can see the stands right there. So there must have been statues filling every one of these little holes. could just sit here and we're not even halfway through this spot yet. I'm gonna sit down right here and I'll just let you look. How big is it in scale? Look at her. Amazing, everybody. Thanks for coming down. All right, well, let's move on to this section over here. Follow these girls. And there's lots of stuff underground here. I mean, that tunnel right there goes underground. There's more stuff back here. That looks like a tomb of some kind, a crypt. BC.
Burada Artemis benim evdeki var ya. Yeah, this is Artemis.
Artemis.
Yeah.
Ah. Oh yeah, her.
It's her.
Thank you. I can get it in focus. There she is. Amazing. Thank you. Oh, you can't get to the little stores. Huh. But you can get to the walkways. Display. A commercial market. Emperor Augustus. So, 3rd century BC. That's a long time ago. Look at that sign over there. Century. Huh. Wow. So this just must be the big market. Each one of those must have been a shop of some kind. You can imagine there's a door there. And then I bet there was a house or place to live upstairs and the main shop downstairs, unless they needed more space or something. Maybe it was dependent on how well their their business did. I mean, this is huge. That's like a football field. You can see those guys way over there. That's longer than a football field. Yeah. You can see the Colosseum or the theater from here. Wow. And imagine how full it got, because there's trees here that they didn't undig. So all this would have been covered. And they had to dig it all out. And there's ruins on the hill up there too. Do you see all those? And there's cats here. Meow. Ain't got time for you, mister. Beautiful. You know, I see the stones here in the ground too, and they're there as well. I wonder if there were shops on the inside as well. You know, I've been here a few times, and every time it still is just amazing. It's like going to the Colosseum. It never disappoints. Hi everybody, I'll be back. So if I understand things right, it's like the goddess of fertility, is that right? And so, if I remember, it was breasts and bull's testicles that covered her. And those look like bulls. Sorry, I'm having to film through a fence here, so it's hard to keep it even. So here. Oh, sorry, it's getting the fence. And it goes way back over there too. Anyway, pretty cool. All right, so we know the theater's way back there. We know this is the main walkway. The agora and the shopping area is over there. And there is the library. And I think these were all like shops and baths and house of pleasure. All right, now we're talking. In this area, 3 houses. To the house, 2 stories. Wow. And again, little shops, little rooms. I know one of these had a toilet that had it was a working toilet. It was like the first water-fed toilet or something. used to live here. You can get lost. Huh. So maybe next time I come, maybe I'll just hire a. God, look how far this goes. That's a pretty view right there. It goes way up this hill. Wow. Take a picture. Bye, everybody. So next time I come, maybe what I'll do is I'll just hire a guide and maybe just pay him for like just an hour just to run through here and find all the important pieces. The latrine. See, this is what I was talking about. The public latrine could be reached through the covered alchemy street. The free public toilet served as citizens. The birth of the latrine was arranged on three sides. Fresh water flowed in the canal in front of the seats for cleaning and latrine, blah, 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 blah. So that was where? Was that this way? And it was like a, yes, here it is right here. So these were toilets. So you'd come in here and have group toiletry together. And so Bob would sit here, and Tom would sit there, and Jack would sit there, and, and Dick would sit there. But the water would flow so that it was all going downhill. So it would take it, the waste and excrement, and get it out of here. And then this was a trough. Maybe they didn't poop and pee at the same time, or who knows, huh? All right, Eric, we're talking too much. Anyway, they stood up, they could see the library. So this was like the first running water latrine, I guess, toilet. Maybe water would come through the pipe wall. So then they could just go in there and rinse off, or do what they do. I don't know. I don't want to think about a public wiping pool. But, that is the latrine. Pretty neat. In this area, and another cat. It's all covered. It was covered when I was here a long time ago too. Let's see what it says. Oh, this is that terrace houses. Pause as you need to. More cats. So there just must be houses inside of here, and they're restoring them. And I know they said one of the floors was pretty amazing. But again, look at are these all houses, or is this one house? And this is one house, and this is one house. Resident unit 4, resident unit 1. So that's a whole residence. I guess if you were rich, you got the whole thing. Wow. And this is what it looks like inside. Wow. And I don't think you can get in, but I guess I'm gonna go look. Maybe you have to have a secondary ticket or something. There's gonna be a guy in here that's gonna say, "Where's your ticket?" Yep, you have to have a ticket. At least I can. How much is a ticket?
45 lira.
45 euro, okay. Pretty. Are there... Huh. Okay, I'll come, I'm back. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Look at the mosaic work. Wow. I mean, think about that being thousands and thousands of years old. I just can't even imagine. Wow. What's that down there? Let's go over there. Wow. Wow. What's in here? More houses and homes. Hi, big kitty. Oop, I'm not here to scare you. You go ahead, you run past. Coming for you. Another sign. Sorry about the Temple of Hadrian. Man, he certainly got around, didn't he? Hadrian's Wall in Ireland, and there's Hadrian's Castle and Hadrian's Fort. The restoration of the temple was authorized by the Ministry of Culture. So this must have been Hadrian's temple, or Hadrian's house. Merhaba. Hello. Wow. Amazing.
I don't see how
You can see there's more. I mean, it's just huge. Let's do that. It's funny, all the stones are crevice from all the walking and such. Boy. Can you imagine this being your home? This is one home here. Spectacular. Look how thick the walls are. It's probably 10, 12 feet thick. And it looks like it leans out a little bit, doesn't it? Huh. Again, more ruins on the hills. Way up there. I'm going to take a picture. Bye-bye. All right. guess rich really has its place, doesn't it? And it looks like there is a road. I mean, you can see the slope right here. It goes on and up and up and over. So there must have been a way up to the top of that hill. But being rich, I guess you got to have huge houses, and I guess that's why people have huge houses, because they can. And here's that road. This must have been covered as well, because it had, or maybe just that side was covered and the main walkway wasn't covered. Imagine that thing as your doorway. Alright, more signs. Terrace House 1. Measuring 1,400 meters square. What is that, like 6,000 square feet? Art on the walls. That's all the walls are made out of. Tiberius Claudius. It is stone. There is a wedge between. Where's that Yeah, so this must have been a waterway here, and this must have been the fountains here. Wow. Up and onward. This is a climb. Hello again. You guys stalking me? Right on. Hello in Ohio. Library of Celsus. Gate. More signs. huge. There's another one. Let's go do that sign. Well, if one thing, you'll always be able to see the signs in my videos instead of somebody just explaining them to you. Look at how the thing used to look. Staggering, staggering. Okay, so you can see it down here, and so the building used to be on top. The statue of some kind, I think. Caesar is pretty small. Alright, another sign. Huh. Wow. Well, we're taking the wrong road. There's a whole theater over there too. See it? I'll get there though. It's an adventure. More signs. Inscription Museum. Huh. Death sentence against sacrilegious person, second half of 4th century BC. Huh. Honorific inscription to the bachelor Flavius Dominius. Flavius. Funerary inscription. Huh. Oh, you can see them all. Amazing. Okay. I don't see any more signs or anything that jumps out at me as outstandingly cooler than anything else we've seen. Oh, there is one sign. Let's go do that. It looks like this round building here. Taxi or a tour bus or something like that, the tour is going to start up on here. This is the very top of Ephesus, and you pretty much work your way down the hill that way. But I came in the back door, and so that I worked my way up the hill. And so I'm kind of doing it backwards now, but I came this way to see the water thing, and now I'm going this way. Pause as you need to. Odeon Concert Hall. That must be that small thing. I'm gonna go and take a picture of this sign over here, because I think that way I've gotten almost all of them. The State Pagoda. 160 meters. So that's like what? A football field's 100 yards, so that's like almost a football field and 3/4. That's pretty big. That's what it used to look like. Clay underwater tubing, clay piping, which is pretty cool too. how the people would get up to their seats in the upper level. In the lower level, they'd come this way to the stage. This is the concert hall. So the second place people, or the second rate people, would come in this way and go up to their seats and not have to interfere with the people in the lower section or the upper class folks. And you can see there's two ways in, this side and that side. Ooh, it's windy. And this is where the action would take place. The actors would be here behind these little things and come out, and this would be the stage. Hail not, my Caesar, for thy has come for your soul. Wow. And then when the party was over, couldn't have been too small. These are pretty big steps. Alright, everybody. That's it for me in the videos. Thanks for coming to Ephesus with me on this windy, crazy day. At least it's not raining and nasty. You know, we talked about those clay pipes. Right there in the ground. So obviously there was clay pipes in there. I lied. I got one more sign to do. Unless there's more down here. Nope. Pretty lucky I get to come here. Thanks again for coming along, everybody. Bye-bye.